Hello again, Monsketeers, and welcome back to another Ragnarok Vloggentary. Today, we're headed down to Epcot in Walt Disney World. At Walt Disney World? Which one is it? Is it at or in Walt Disney World? It doesn't matter. I'm going to say it doesn't matter, but you know what does matter? We're here during Flower and Garden Festival, and that just means one thing. Well, to me, it means one thing. It means Topiary Palooza. Topiary Mania. If you know anything about me, you know I love topiaries. I love them a lot. And I love Disney. So this is a melding of two great things to make something better. It's like a Reese's. You got your topiaries in my Disney. You got my Disney in your Wait, how did that commercial go? Hey, doesn't this thing look like an award you would win at some low-level kind of, like, it's not the Academy Awards, but it's like the seventh most prestigious award you can get for film? It has like a generic award shape. Spaceship Earth. This thing is massive. And Spaceship Earth is the logo of Disney World, in my opinion. I know some may argue Cinderella's castle, but no, it's the Epcot ball. That's what I think immediately anytime I think Disney World. Now looky here. We got Donald, Daisy, Huey, Dewey, Louie. And here you go, fun little thing. This is how you know who's who. So Louie is green like a leaf, Dewey is blue like water, like dew, and Huey is red because he's all that's left. And then red, hue, something about the color spectrum, I don't know. And Mickey and Minnie, look at this. So topiaries have come a long way from what I remember them in my youth. And what I remember in my youth is the topiaries outside Disneyland's Small World. And they're just, generic animal shapes. These have, like, distinct features and multicolors and things of that nature. So one day I hope to be able to afford a Mickey and Minnie topiary for my front yard. Look at this. This is the tool. No, the tools are not floral. Look at this. Look at this. Apparently they further beautify the park in general during Flower and Garden Festival. This is my first time at Epcot, so I couldn't really tell you what's different about it. But you know what's different about these? The color. Look. How do they do this? Is that moss? Okay, Rafiki is clearly, your standard green bush topiary. But Simba and Nala were like specially colored. And then Timon and Pumbaa are green, as you would expect topiaries to be, but his nose is pink. Though that just is flowers, right? Pink flowers, that makes sense. What did they use for the brown? Had to be some sort of like moss. Hey, Figment. Kind of an interesting looking face for Figment. And I'm a little bummed out they didn't put him in his yellow hoodie or sweater. Because they totally could just use yellow flowers and give him a sweater. Wooden wings and spikes, though. Hey, that's a waterfall going up. It's a waterfall going the other way. Science. Here's a honey bistro. We stopped for a little bite on during our topiary trek. It's pretty good. Spike the Bee is the logo for Flower and Garden Festival. So, of course, you're going to find some bee-themed things around the park. And then, bees and flowers, and it all makes sense. It all comes together. Look, there's a Spike Sipper. Got a whole retrospective podcast on everything you didn't know you wanted to know about Spike the Bee. So scope that out, a Ragnarok retrospective podcast on Spike the Bee. LealLegacy.com. That's where you can find it. Yeah, fun beehives. No topiaries, though, so, why couldn't they have, like, a Spike the Bee topiary? Would that be too Would that be too much to ask for? Anyhow, I don't recall seeing a Spike Topiary anywhere, let alone at the Bistro. And there is a serious lack of Spike here. Not to say that Spike the Bee is the mascot for the Bistro specifically. Hey, look at Maverick. I don't know why he's sleeping that way. That can't be comfortable. Right? Or maybe he knows something we don't. Couldn't tell you what we got. I don't remember. Some sort of flatbread. Everything has some sort of infusion or utilization of honey. And the other one was like a cornbread, something or other. And they were both really good, but not as good as these. Captain Hook and Peter Pan topiaries. Look at Peter Pan's face. It's a little creepy. Captain Hook looks amazing though. But again, they went with just the standard green for the most part. And like, I feel like they could have gone a deeper red. There's a little bit. No, like I said, I don't know. Do you think that red is intentional on Captain Hook, or is that just the bush kind of dying? Look at that face. What's his hair made of? Is it moss or wood? I can't tell. TikTok the Croc. See, look at his tongue, just like Timon or Pumbaa's nose. Good utilization of flowers. Which again, why couldn't they have done that with Captain Hook's coat? I'm not meaning to sound critical, but, you know, these are the things I think about. Entering England, or the UK in general, I think it's just England. And you know who we can find here that I learned recently, like uncomfortably recently? Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is UK adjacent, England adjacent, and I guess that makes sense. Christopher Robin always had an English accent. Pretty good Tigger. Tigger looks buff, like he looks jacked. Look at that bicep. Okay, here you go. Winnie the Pooh shirt. I feel like they did a fairly good job representing the red. Where are his eyes though? Tigger had the whole face. Pooh just has black beady eyes. Just doesn't feel as and look Rabbit has Winnie the Pooh does just have little black dots for his eyes. Oh, okay, well that's accurate. Never mind, I take my complaint back. Again, I'm not trying to sound critical, but I love topiaries and I could be a topiary judge. You know what else I love? I love tea. I always have a tea to sip on while doing these Vloggentaries. This was a whole fun little tea section that they had during Flower and Garden. I don't know if they have this all the time, but they had it while we were here this time. And look, it's all the stuff. That's what I'm drinking right now. Chai pumpkin spice. Not from that brand, but this is really cool because it'll show you the tea, the flavors, and then growing out of the teacup is all the plants, all the different tea plants that go into that infusion. And I don't know if infusion is the right word, but that's what we're going with. Irish breakfast. I've never been a big breakfast tea fan, English or Irish, but I used to be. And then I started drinking coffee, and well, it just doesn't compare, you know? It just doesn't compare. But yeah, what a really cool thing here. Did I say ginseng back there? Steps of tea preparation. Let's see if I found them all. Oh wait, what is this? Steps of tea prep. Oh, are they numbered? Oh, they don't look numbered. Well, that's gonna make this complicated. Is this tea as well? Or is it just the tea in the cups? And again, this being my first time at Epcot, not having anything really to compare it to, I couldn't tell you if this is always here. No, it wouldn't be. Look at the flowering garden signage. Yeah, I think this is... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this is not always here, and this is very specific to Flower and Garden Festival, which happens over the summers. It's a summertime thing. But I think it starts in spring, so I think it's spring into summer. Because, yeah, Flower and Garden, you screamed more peppermint and fennel. Why do they gotta ruin the peppermint with the fennel? Not that I don't like fennel, but I don't want licorice with my tea or my mint. Mintrish. Not my best work. Anything berry I don't want. Get out of here. This is blueberry. Summerberry. No, not for me. Not for me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Flower and Garden, spring into summer. It's worth the visit. It's not like, you know, the Food and Wine Festival, which that's one I think I would pick above all the others. Though, I mean, look at this. As a Topiary fan, this is wondrous to me. But I don't know how many Topiary diehards there are out there. I should start a Topiary club. So if you're not a Topiary enthusiast, then Flower and Garden might not be your jam. Okay, look here, Beast. He looks florally. His brown parts. There's something about Simba and Nala that just did not... Or was that Mufasa? No, it was Simba. I think. I don't really remember. This had some like Encanto signage, but we couldn't really figure out like what was Encanto about it. Oh, I guess the butterfly. Yeah, because the butterflies were a thing in that movie. All right, well, I take it back. But it would have been neat to see like a Bruno maybe, or a Maribel. Hey, look, we saw these and we were like, oh, look, the dream of having a Mickey Topiary at home will come true. But it's not. I don't know. I don't know how it would look in the end. It's like, from what I understood, it just, this vine grows around it. So I don't know if it would like ever be as full as I want a topiary to be. Bonsai! Bonsai trees. Sorry, that was my best Mr. Miyagi that I could do. Bonsai! R.I.P. Mr. Miyagi. Look at this one. This is pretty rad. Topiary dragon. What is the face made of? Wood? I'm assuming these parts that are just like hyper detailed are wood. Hey, there's Pluto. It's a pretty good Pluto. Pluto looks massive though. And there's Chip and Dale. I guess if Chip and Dale are going to be that size, then a giant Pluto makes sense. Just based on, you know, perspective. It's got a little flower collar. That's a fun touch. Look at his eyes, though. Like, look at the detail we're working with here. It's plants. I'm pretty sure it's plants. Most of it's plants. Now these are great. 7 dwarfs. There's my favorite dwarf, Doc. Doc, who doesn't get enough love from anybody else. Grumpy, happy, sleepy, bashful, sneezy. I can relate to sneezy though. I got pretty bad allergies. And of course, you know, dopey. It's gonna be with Snow White. But look at these. Look at the detail in these. These are phenomenal. I want to know what the faces are made of too. Because these aren't as weird as Peter Pan's face. But look at the detail there. And look at her. Nailed it. And look at her dress. How awesome is that? Was Belle's dress yellow? Did they commit to that? Dopey, look at his faces, man. Alright, where are we now? We are in... This feels,
Yeah.
Scandinavian-ish. Yeah, it is. There's Anna. And then there's Elsa. Casting a spell because she's a witch. Would you call her a witch? I guess she doesn't know like a lot of and here was a lot of magic is what I was gonna say. The three caballeros, Jose Carioca, Donald Duck, Panchito Pistoles. This is number 2 for Donald Topiaries. If we're keeping count, look at Panchito. And those wire pistoles. I'm glad they gave him his pistoles. Look at these ostrich. So cool. The detail on the... I'm just so blown away by the faces. The brooms... Not topiaries, but that's okay. They don't even look wood. They look plastic. Here's another Mickey. So this is Mickey number 2 for topiaries. Clearly this is a Fantasia piece. Although, with, you know, Sorcerer Mickey could be Phantasmic as well. But no, this is Fantasia. Pretty awesome. This feels more standard topiary to me. Not a lot of detail. It's mostly bush. They got a teeny eye for a little flare. These guys, these little people, these little folks. What do you call them? Mushroom kids? Big flower. Love it. Love Fantasia. Fantasia is one of those I appreciate more and more the older I get. This was during the 50 Years of Magic celebration, so we got some gold statues. We did a 50th anniversary Magic Kingdom Vloggentary, so you can scope out more 50th anniversary stuff there, more golden statues. I think we found most of them, but for Epcot at least. Magic Kingdom, I don't think we found nearly all the golden statues, but quite a few. Quite a few interesting choices here. Got Hey Hey and Pua. You would imagine you'd see Hey Hey and Pua in Animal Kingdom, but you know, whatever. It's okay. Not disappointed about it. What a wonderful shot. Look at how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
Wonderful. One Figment. Figment golden statue. Looks much more Figment-ish than the topiary did. Look, another butterfly topiary. Which, does that make this an Encanto themed piece as well? I really think they could have done better than a butterfly, than just a butterfly for Encanto, but whatever. What do I know? What do I know? And Isabella from Encanto, Isabella is like flower and garden princess, right? Oh, look at here, because she can make flowers grow, in case you're wondering why. Look, Flower, Thumper, Bambi. What's making Bambi brown? But he does look more... There was something about that Lion King one that's always going to not sit well with me. Because even Bambi, though brown, still looked very floral. I thought that was going to be a much more fun shot in the monorail than it turned out to be, but that's okay. That's okay. Bo Peep, they didn't choose to do her dress film accurate, but it's okay. I wonder what makes the distinction on why they do it with some and not others. Hey, look, there's Winnie the Pooh. Gonna go catch some butterflies for another Encanto piece.
None of that.
To infinity and beyond. There's Buzz. Look at his face. It's got another one of those faces. Woody and Bo Peep had it too, but I don't know. I want to touch it. I want to touch it and see what the face is made of. And another little pass of Figment. Again without his sweater, but that's okay. That's okay. Here's Tink. Little Tink. Fun stuff. Well, that was it. That was our Topiary extravaganza here at Epcot. If this bored you, sorry, but I'm not sorry. Learn to appreciate Topiaries, because Topiaries are just they're modern marvels, man. Kind of like Spaceship Earth. Look at that. I like the lights. Makes me happy. Oh, you know what else makes me happy is when you listen to my podcast, Leal Legacy's Ragnarok, available across all your favorite podcast platforms. And when you shop our store, Skeleton Crew, leallegacy.com/shop. Go scope out all the fun we have in there for you. And just leallegacy.com in general. Leal Legacy across all your favorite social media platforms. And thanks for being a friend and telling a friend.